Hello, and welcome to Puzzlers Anonymous. My name is Kevin, and I'm a puzzle addict, and I'm here to do a Thursday crossword. But first, a silly little life update about my silly little hat that I happened to be wearing before I started this, but then I was like, whatever, I'll explain it anyways. So anyone who knows me knows that I am a huge fan of Ford Madison FC, who you can see on the flag there, our local soccer team here in Madison, Wisconsin. And we have at the stadium, there's a bar that you can go to afterwards. It's actually really neat. It's like under the stadium, it's like within the guts. You can see the concrete stairs above you. But there's a bar there. They use it for away games, but there's also like just parties afterwards when the team wins, when the team loses, whatever. The players will come through there to do their post-game interviews, and sometimes they'll hang out with the fans, which is really fun. So my friends, they always want to go there after games, and oftentimes I don't, and kind of the main reason is usually just, after a game, I've been doing a lot. It's been a few hours drinking beer, loud environment. I love my friends, but I just don't really like to party in the same way that they do sometimes, so oftentimes I want to get out of there. Also, just like our team has been bad often, so a lot of times, if we lose or draw and they're trying to get me to go, they'll be like, oh, you going to the club? And I always say, the Forward Club is for winners. We lost, so I'm not going, which is a reference to Community. Denny's is for winners. Pretty much the same context. But I would say it enough that it became a catchphrase. And then my friends made this hat. They made a few of them. There's like 4 of us that always stand together, and we all had our matching hats. We looked like a bachelorette party. So it was very silly, but it's also like very touching that they made this thing based on this little joke that I do. So it's fun, and I like my friends, and I'm wearing this hat even though I know I look more than a little bit ridiculous. So that is the only life update. Now time for puzzles. Let's get warmed up with the mini, written by Christina Iverson. Hair with mascara is a lash. I'm gonna go quick actually. Didn't see that one. Agent. Airs, crosswordies, lease. Ooh, double theme here. That's a sneer. Beefcakes are hunks, and it's all I have. 23 seconds. Okay. I forgot I always speed run the mini before I always do this. So the one I kind of skipped. Also, when I'm speed running, I don't read long ones, but I saw Inside Out 2, which I haven't seen, but apparently ennui is the emotion there, and then anger there. I like that kind of themed pair there. Good mini. Good times on that. Now we'll do the Thursday by Parker Higgins, which I will not rush through. We'll take this at a reasonable pace. Let's look at our theme clues. Limb in italics and with a question mark. There's so many things this can be. Again, this is a Thursday. Thursdays are tricky, so I feel like they're all going to be these short answers that just kind of give us no clue of what we're going for. Yeah, we got limb, we got foremost, we got ready. These don't seem to have anything in common, which is fine. And then dine. So there's not even a revealer, so we don't know where to start here. So I'll start with probably doing some downs and then try to get one of these. And usually I would pick one based on like the most interesting cluster, but I saw a clue that I know, even though it's not by one of the revealers. 52, 2024 Charlie XCX album with a lime green cover. Album of the summer. It's Brat Summer, baby. The answer to that is Brat, or Brat if you are a punk who likes to mispronounce things. Okay. Fathoms blank. Opening song in The Little Mermaid. I believe this is Below, but I cannot think of a song with those lyrics in it. Maybe it's one of those where the title of the song isn't actually said in the lyrics, but I feel like usually for Disney songs they do say that. Genetic messenger is RNA. That's a bit of crosswordies. I feel like it comes up pretty often. Ooh, 2 paired together, so 64 and 67 together. Bad thing to be caught in. Doubled up. I don't know. Do we have enough for this? Spot to shore story. Sheet music. tongue twister. Spot to store sheet music. Spot to store sheet music. Spot to store sheet music is a piano bench. Did it happen already? It's going to be late because I see the LA there. Is it? Am I too late? Maybe. Okay. And this, so 64 and 67, this makes sense. I did think the order was weird. That it's like, it starts with 64 across and then C, 60. So yeah, bad thing to be caught in is the act. So 67 goes first, 64 goes second. We're doing pretty all right for a Thursday. It might cause some unsurprised looks. I don't know. Neuters, spays. This guy, him, get a load of this guy. Portraiture is the aroma produced by this. Rain, that's the smell of after rain, which is a real thing. My friend Josh, who made these hats, he had shared an article recently about that, where it's like, some people doubted if it was real or not, but there was some like recent research where we're like way better at perceiving this thing than other stuff. It's like whatever it is that creates that smell, it's like 1 part in like a trillion, but for some reason we're really good at smelling that. Like we don't have super intense smelling like dogs, but we do for the thing that causes that effect that I don't know how to pronounce. Golden rule word. Do unto others as they do unto you, or is it do unto others? I think it's onto. It might be unto. Nope, I was reading the wrong one. Okay, ready. I don't think I saw this clue before. I didn't realize that this was one of the theme clues also. Sorry, I haven't done this in a while. I can't talk. 27 down is meh, which is a shrug, so it is unto others. Ready, I don't know. Acknowledge wordlessly is nod to. So, surprised looks. Botox causes some unsurprised looks because you, yeah. I feel like it has surprised looks. It's like people get like their eyebrows like permanently up. I don't know. Lab report. Bow wow. It's talking about a lab as a kind of dog, and the way that they would report is to say bow wow. Brought back. I don't know. So this is why I was dumb to start with the Brat Summer thing, but I had to do it. But it's like this doesn't give us much for the themes. Or maybe it does. This gives me half of a theme and I still don't know what it is. So let's see what else we can do in here. Muffle, is that stifle? Maybe. Feels like a stretch. Charger option for short is USB. I don't actually know what that's short for. Sultanate on the island of Borneo. The wild man of Borneo. Something my dad used to say. Probably still does. Insert as a video in a post in bed, I think. Oh, I knew that one. Mumford & Sons. I saw them live once. I was not super impressed. Brought back. Maybe Botox isn't right. Stewed. I think it's more likely that Botox is right and one of these is wrong. Not on good terms with. Like much marshalling. Is reedy? I think stifle might be wrong. What the hell was that? Because I did feel more confident about it in bed than the other. Marshland is reedy. So let's look at these again. Those letters gone. Stewed. I'm thinking it's gonna be something like stewed, like being angry, stewing. I don't know. Not on good terms with. I don't know. Foremost, I'm not gonna get. Okay, I just gotta go somewhere else in this. We don't know dine. Large wedding band, say. Oftentimes that refers to a wedding band, but then it's also like, it could be a band. Oh, it's probably a band that performs. It's probably an octet, a band with 8 people. Pregnancy increments this weeks. I feel like it is measured in weeks. Glass blocks is ice. Is it? Yes. Chip in is probably anti. Like you put chips in for a poker thing, a Balatro thing. Given on Christmas Eve, perhaps, is to peeking at the presents. We always did, we'd open one present on Christmas Eve because us kids were so excited. Goes for, probably opts for, ooh, we got the first word here, wine, something. Each, a pop. $2 each, $2 a pop. Organization that tests the water is EPA. We're getting quite a bit here. Much like the good something, I don't even know how that's connected to the theme. So we'll just keep rolling, and it's going to come to us eventually. Die. Wine. Party. I don't know. Former title for Mayor Pete is, there you go. Nose in the air type. A snoot? No, because it's question mark, so it's going to be some other weird thing. Hellion is an imp. I feel like this is going to be a really tricky theme because I think a lot of the other clues are like, they're short and they're kind of easy. And it tends to be when a theme is really tricky, then they make the other ones easier to kind of help you in there. Oh, you know what? I think I know 61. I think it's a wine pairing because wine and dine. So, like, that's the pairing. Pairing of dine is wine. I don't think I'm explaining that right because I don't think I fully get it. Dine. Wine pairing is dine. I know that's the right answer. I can't quite explain why, so I don't fully get the theme. So, ready. So it's not necessarily going to, because this is pairing because pairing is in there. So this is probably going to be ready, good and ready, good buddy, because good and ready is a phrase and good and ready are buddies. Okay, so it is, I feel like the first word, it's always going to be two words, and the first word is going to match up with the word in the clue, and then the second one is going to be a word for going together, pairing, buddy, but then it's also going to be its own phrase. So what is a word that goes with first and foremost, and then it's going to be something that connects together, mate. This is first mate, so first and foremost are mates. Okie doke. Wasn't there another one around here? Wine pairing, good buddy. Okay. I feel like there was one more than this. Okay, limb. Life and limb. Life partner. Life and limb are partners. Okay. We got the themes. Now it's just putting together. Are there any other ones? No. So now it's just putting together the other answers, which I was just saying were pretty easy. So this should be fine. Unmoved by ethical arguments. Don't know. Howdy. Hiya, I think. Aware of. In on. Creature popularized in Charles Perrault's Tales of Mother Goose. This is some crosswordese. Ogre. 86 across is going to be Ohio. River through Louisville. The Ohio River. Nose in the air type is a plane. Okay. So then amoral is unmoved by ethical arguments. A stately tree is an elm. That's some more crosswordese for you. Bills might pass in this for short. The NFL, the Buffalo Bills, greatest team in football. I'm not a Bills fan. That's a reference to a Joe Pera bit. Not so is false. Nail polish brand with a get it girl pink. I don't know. Fraternity stereotypes, probably bros. Bit of decor at a tiki bar, that could be a lot of things. Sushi order topped with salmon. It's going to be something roll. It's not California roll because that's too long. I don't know. Progress markers. Something stones. Do we have this now? Bit of decor, a lay. So an SE is the nail polish brand. Brought back. Is this Redux? I guess that makes sense. Brought back could be like an adjective. Like Apocalypse Now Redux is Apocalypse Now re-release. That was the name of it, right? So stewed, as I thought, is something about anger that's going to be fumed, not on good terms with, in bad with. I don't know. This is probably going to be dead on. Dead in, because it was muffled. Track that fans flip for is a B-side. You flip the record. It's garbage night. I'm glad I saw my neighbor taking the can out. Thanks, neighbor Kevin. Yeah, I don't know. Is it in bad? It must be a Brune. Oh, but I was talking about the B-side before. I interrupted myself because I saw the neighbor bringing it out. Rob Chappell was talking to us on Twitter. Rob Chappell, real journalist. Apparently American Pie, the Don McLean song is pretty long. The 45 of it was like double-sided. Like you had to, halfway through the song, flip the record over to hear the second half of the song. How bizarre. Bills, don't know. 1 of 27 on Disney World's Cinderella Castle. I want to say parapet, but that's too many letters. Feet in a meter. IAMs. It's like meter, like poetic meter. That's funny. Get ready for the national anthem. Maybe. Gets ready. Rises. Rewards for a good boy. Let's say pets. Pet a dog. Fender baseman. Is it amp? Fender amp. I can't even. Key not found on a Mac. Don't know. Still don't know this one. I don't know sushi. Progress markers are milestones. Okay, so this is alt. I can't lie. Alaska roll is salmon. Okay. Bills. Oh, beaks. We're talking about birds here. Beak. That's an Always Sunny reference. It's not just me yelling words. Turrets are what's on the Cinderella Castle. Obsessive fan of anime or video games from the Japanese. This is otaku. Yeah. I know that because of Kotaku, the website, and not because I'm a weeb. I'm a bit of a weeb, but not. I'm fascinated by Japan. I don't really watch anime, but I do watch. There's this guy on YouTube, Rambalak, and he just walks around places in Japan. Usually Tokyo. Usually it's just like a neighborhood. But occasionally I'll go to other cities, and it's just like, it'll be like a 2-hour video of him just walking around with a camera, just taking in the vibes of a neighborhood, and it's so relaxing. It's one of my favorite things. Wind down at the end of the night. Item of clothing. Item of clothing in a Prince hit. That is gonna be Raspberry Beret. I hear you live in Minnesota, Prince. What's it like living in Minnesota? I live inside my own heart, Matt Damon. All references tonight. Tunnel through is to bore through. Singer James is Etta James. Railing post. Don't actually know that one. Put at a table is going to be seat. So a railing post is a rant, like if you're railing against something. It can come before Wednesday. This was seat, not R, so Ash Wednesday. Obviously is a Dadoy, Alacritus. That was another Community reference. They didn't invent Dadoy, but they went far with it. Alacritus. I don't know what that word means. You betcha. Is it going to be yep or yup? We'll find out. Hot deli order. Sammy? No. I was looking at the wrong one. Like some bad breakups. Messy. What Romeo and Juliet planned to do in elope? I think that's true. Head of France is Tet. So then hot deli order is going to be a melt. Legal writer Mistal is, I guess, Ely. Tender is soft. And alacritus is speedy. Why did they give me this option to solve it in pencil after I've already solved the puzzle? I'm taking a capstone in user design now. So I'm going to send in notes to the New York Times. Actually, there's another cool thing they added here. There's a link to the wordplay right on the main thing, which is pretty neat. Okay, I'll post this one. Honestly, I did not think this was that good of a theme, but because I have been inconsistent with posting, I will just post this to keep my channel alive and give it back to you, the people. So, thanks for watching. Stay safe.